Liam Payne's dealer, Brian Bass, is desperately trying to revamp his image from the public scrutiny, plus an update on my potential interview with Brian. So stay tuned for that and a lot more. Welcome back to my channel. We got to talk about this and a lot more, but before we get into it, I am so grateful and thankful that you clicked on this video. We do have a lot to talk about. We will be covering the news of Liam Payne's dealer trying to revamp his image. Also, I do have hopefully a pending interview with him. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. There's a lot of updates basically, but before we get into all of that, my name is Sebastian. I cover all things pop culture. Of course, we've been covering Liam Payne's passing, and we've also been having a very close eye on Brian Bass. Before we get into Brian Bass trying to revamp his image, which, I just don't think it's going to happen, I do have to say that I have reached out to Brian Bass and I've reached out to a couple of his friends, and I am trying to get an interview with him. So listen, I need you guys to help me comment any questions you might have for him. He's done 2 prior interviews where I feel like they dance around a lot of the questions, and I'm going in with the hard-hitting questions. If he grants me this interview, I will go in with the questions that we want to know. No bullshitting, no running around, no speaking in codes, no leaving up to the imagination of the public. I'm going to ask you a direct question and you're going to answer. So luckily, I do speak Spanish fluently and it's not going to be an issue. And of course, I will translate the interview if it does happen. But I need you guys to let me know what kind of questions you want me to ask him down below. And make sure you are subscribed, because you never know, this could come up as close as tomorrow. So I'm just waiting for the green light. So let me know what you guys would like for me to ask him. And I'm going in with anger, but I'm going to of course be professional. I'm not going to attack him. I really want to hear what he has to say, because the few times we've heard him talk, it's just a lot of nonsense, and I need to know straightforward answers. Do you know what I mean? If you want to clear your name, you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. So answer the questions. So comment down below what questions you want me to ask, and make sure you are subscribed with the notification on so you don't miss this hopeful interview. All right. Now, let's talk about Brian Bass trying to revamp his image. He is trying very desperately to revamp his image. Now, as you guys do know, he got evicted and he got fired from his job. So he has lost everything. He says in the interview that I translated a couple days ago, he does say that he lost everything. And he says that he's completely innocent, that he had nothing to do with anything, that he didn't provide any substances, that he only went there to basically keep Liam Payne company. Now, a lot of us do not believe him, but I want to go into this interview, well, this hopeful interview, and have an open mind and control my anger a little bit, to be very honest. So I think before that, I'm gonna have to have some CBD or something, because there's so many things I want to say to him, but I have to be very, very smart on how to do this. So having said all of that, he is trying very desperate to revamp his image. He's really hanging on to the fact that he says that he is innocent. I will say that after the second interview, seeing your guys' comments, a lot of you guys are believing him now. So I want to know how you feel a couple of days after. Are you believing him? Do you think that he didn't really have anything to do with it? He says he has all the proof. He says that he has that there's camera footage, that he has screenshots, that he could basically prove that he had nothing to do with it. Mind you, he wasn't at the place when Liam passed, and he didn't see Liam. He saw Liam last, I believe it was 2 days before Liam passed. That was the last time he saw him. So I want to know what you guys think about him. But before you comment, watch what he is doing on his Instagram. Check this out. So he's trying to tell the world that he does many things that have nothing to do with substances. So he's writing things that he has done in his past. Like, for example, Una de las Productoras, one of my many productions. So he's like an actor. He's also showing his camera reel with different footage. I think what he's trying to do is, because he has such a bad reputation right now, he did get fired from his job. He got evicted from his home after the first interview went live, and he apparently stopped contact with his family. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to believe or make the world believe that he is innocent of what they are accusing him of with Liam Payne. He also posted that he is a model, and he's in addition, I'm a model. Fun fact, I did write to him and to one of his friends, and I did ask for an interview, so I have a feeling that's going to come up, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, he's posting that he's like in film school, and he's, very productive. Says at school we cook to share with the lower courses, themed food from other countries. He also draws at the university. So I think he thinks that this is going to clean up his image right now, because if you go look, he deleted his Instagram, all of his feed. He's only posting on stories right now. He also posted a lot of pictures with weed. I don't know if you can even say that, girl, but yeah, the plants the devil's, what is it? The devil's garden. You know what I'm talking about. He also posted that and said, that he also loves all of these other things, but yeah, he also loves to consume substances. And then he also did these. He draws. Girl, he's a model. He's an artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's a cook. He's a fucking next top model. Like, girl, some of the courses. Listen, I understand what he's trying to do here. What he's trying to do is he's trying to clean up his act. After he did that first interview, which was very explosive, he actually says that interview is all manipulated. That's why the new one that he did yesterday, the one I translated and I put on my channel, that's where he really talks without editing. So go check that out, because he talks about the Rolex, talks about how Kate Cassidy is not really was not really Liam's girlfriend. The craziest things. He talks about Roger Noors. He talks about almost getting run over by a car like a couple of days ago. So there's a lot. Go check it out. But yeah, he's just trying to clean up his act. So listen, I get what he's trying to do. I think he's desperately trying to get his life back. He did say in the interview that, he was a very big One Direction fan, and that he could not believe that Liam Payne wanted to hang out with him. He couldn't believe that him and Liam Payne shared an intimate moment. He doesn't really specify what that intimate moment is, which that's one of the things I want to ask him. I'm like, you say you had an intimate moment you don't want anyone to know about. Obviously, everyone is going to think something, you know what I mean? I also want to ask him what he meant that Kate Cassidy's really not was not his Liam Payne's alleged girlfriend. Like, there's a lot of things he says that the interviewer doesn't go into detail with, and that's why I want the details. And here's the thing, like, I thought to myself about this, and I'm like, but who the fuck are you, Sebastian? Like, why are you entitled to know these things? I have to say the following. You know what? He's already breaking all the rules. He's not supposed to talk to anybody, but he is. He's already done 2 interviews, and he might be doing more. So I might as well just go in with the hard-hitting questions. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to fear, you have nothing to hide. Whichever one of that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? If you're completely innocent, if you have nothing to hide, then it should be very easy for you to answer questions. And that's sort of like what I want him to do. If he is so just so stubborn to the fact that he had nothing to do with it, and he's so firm that he's innocent, well, then just say everything that you're supposed to say. Say everything that the people want you to say. Talk about why you don't think Kate Cassidy is his girlfriend. Talk about, how you really saw Liam, because he expresses himself in a way that I've seen in the past 2 interviews that it's very small answers, and that's never how you're going to clear your name. And putting pictures of things that you've accomplished or things that you've been a part of or projects you've done, that's not going to be, you're not going to be received well ever again, because people think you are guilty of having something to do with his passing. So there's a lot that he has to do. If he really is innocent, this is not the way, buddy. So hopefully he will allow the interview to happen. Now, I don't think that Brian Bass is going to ever be able to bounce back unless it is confirmed by the law, the investigation, all of these things, that he is completely innocent, that he went, and everything that he said is the truth. So People still believe that he has a Rolex. People still believe that he gave things to Liam, that he took money, like all of these things. So there's a lot of mystery surrounding him, and I feel like he's never going to be able to shake that off unless he really comes clean. So what do you guys think of him trying to revamp his image? And what do you guys think about the potential interview? Please leave your comments down below. I'm very looking forward to the idea, the possibility of being able to have this interview. I have written to him in a nice way. I don't want to spook him. Obviously, if he watches my videos, I don't think that he will want to do the interview because I have not been very nice to him. But you know what? I think that's one thing that he has to understand. Liam Payne was very much loved. And you know what? If you seem like you are guilty of something, you're not going to be treated well. And people are going to, not believe anything you say. So I think that's a reality that he has to be comfortable with. And he has to understand that, it's not going to be like, hey girl, so tell me what happened that night. Like, it's not going to be like that. It's really going to be like, look, you want to clear your name? This is your opportunity, and I need you to speak without codes. I need you to stop posting these things that you post that, it's sort of like double meaning things, like, like little codes here. And I'm like, girl, just be serious. You know what I mean? Just be serious. Clear your name, and that's it. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll keep you guys updated. Leave your questions down below so I can write them down, and hopefully if this interview happens, your questions will be asked. I love you all, and I really appreciate your love and support, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah.